Welcome. Welcome to the Active Club Solutions SquareSpace setup for our web tools. Let me first explain a little bit about these web tools. These are iframes, and these iframes consist of a catalog, a register, a manage, and a selection iframe, and these are what we call the primary iframes. The catalog is essentially the shopping cart. The register is for club sign up and is also useful for a situation where you want it to be a kiosk. Manage, that is account management, order history, tracking packages and stuff like that. Selection is used for member choice, allocation clubs, and futures. And this has order and product limits that you can impose on your shoppers or your members. The worker frames are frames that are used by the primary frames. There's the catalog basket, the catalog menu, and the catalog message. Basket is a little mini basket that is used by the shopping cart, and it displays your purchases and the total price. Catalog menu is a menu used by the catalog, i.e. the shopping cart, and you can arrange your inventory or packages by headings and subheadings. Catalog message is used by most of the frames to display messages to the user. Now, using these iframes, we have various scenarios, application scenarios that you can configure. Now, let me go through these quickly. There's the plain shopping cart, which just has guest and member shopping and no ability to join now. And then we have the shopping cart with the club sign up, which is essentially the same thing except the join now is active. Then we have a simple club setup, and this is a page where its single purpose in life is for club sign up and is also great for kiosk situations. Simple account management, that is simply a page where your members can log in and maintain their account details and look at their order history. Simple member choice, futures and allocations, that is again a page that has this single function to allow people to manipulate their choices. Then we can combine these together. We can have account management and member choice together, which means you would log in as the member, and then you would be able to hop over to your selections or your member choice features. Account management and shopping cart. This is where you are presented with a username and password that you have to provide a login, and then once you've logged in to your account, you can hop over and shop and go backwards and forwards between your account and shopping. And then finally we have shopping cart with account management, which seems similar to the one above, but it's the reverse. You coming in and you are presented with the guest shopping cart, and you are able to log in, and once you're logged in, you can hop over to account management and flip back to the shopping cart. So let's go a little deeper. The first thing we recommend you do is go to our website and play around with these various examples that we put up for you here. We have the one using Facebook, which is the subject of another video. And then we have the 3 different store layouts. We have the club sign up, manage account, and member choice. They are the ones that are standalone. And then finally the combinations. Let me have a look at the manage account so you can see what that looks like. And here I would log in, and here is my account. I am Punan, so look at my order history. Look at one of my orders. And let me log out. Let's have a look at another one. I'll bring up a sample store. So here we have products. You can add to cart. You can operate the menu and proceed to the checkout. Now, the next thing we'd like you to do is to read our instructions that we have online for the Web Toolkit. There's extensive documentation here on this, and there's even a diagram that explains how all the various pieces operate within each other. I'm going back here. Look at the CSS structure. Because these frames have a style sheet that is completely under your control, you will need to know what all the classes are for you to manipulate this. Let's have a look at one. Let's go to the product catalog. And here it explains all the classes that are being used by the catalog. Let's say I wanted to change the $48. Somehow I want it to be a different color or a different size. You just hover over it and it'll give you the span class. Well, the blue is the classes, and then for spans, it's the hover. And then finally, we send you a file with all the sample code. The beginning of this file explains how to operate this and how to use this. And in here are every one of the scenarios discussed earlier. Here is the wine club, the club sign-up script, or the code. Here's the shopping cart code, account management code, and so on. And this code is ready to be used, and we recommend that you cut and paste this code into your website so you can play with the frames without having to concern yourself with the actual database that you're going to be using. And then once you're happy with it, you can then switch over to be using the real database. Also in here is the style sheet. This is the style sheet classes, I should say. These are the classes that are used by the frames on the host. And each frame consists of a div that surrounds the iframe itself. And to understand what I just said, you need to read the instructions. So here are all the classes with the sample setups. So now let's hop over and let's do SquareSpace. Let's set up a page on SquareSpace. So this is a sample SquareSpace page design. We're going to go, first of all, we have to deal with the style sheet. We need to insert the style sheet into SquareSpace. So I'm going to click on Design. I'm going to go Custom CSS, and you can see I've already inserted it here. So what I did is I went into my file, picked from the beginning to the very end, I'm going to copy all of this and paste that into this window here. So now all my frame styles are set up. Then I'm going to go back to Home, and I'm going to select Pages, and let's add a new page. Plus, and these are my options. I'm going to pick Page, and I'm going to call this my test page. Start editing. Now I'm going to hit save. Here's my page. And just to make things pretty, I will start off with the banner. And we're going to add an image. And I'll just pick a wall of corks. Put it on here. Wait for the thing to save. Taking its time to do that. And it's still taking its time to do that. There. And then I'll hit save. So now I've got a picture, nothing else. I'll scroll down, and I'm going to hit, I just mouse over here and I hit Page Content, Edit. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to click on this little guy. That gives me this menu of options. And I'm going to pick Code. This is the magic thing. So this brings me a little window where I can insert my HTML. So now if I go back to my file here, and we're just going to take the simplest case first. We're going to go with the club sign up. So I'm going to just copy these functions from here, or these, I should say, HTML statements. Paste it in. Hit apply. And then hit save. And we're going to go, I think we have to go preview. Doesn't look correct. You can see it's all squished up. So let's go back to Edit. Edit Code. Everything looks good in here. Save it. We just click on a different page. Back to my page. And now it's correct. It just needed to refresh itself to get the right style sheet. There we have it. Now functioning on my page. Now, there's a little trick I learned, which I thought I'd share. If I click on this little wheel here, again. And it comes up, and I have this thing called advanced code injection. What I learned was, again, I put this into this sample code that you can insert this code and it will rearrange the size of that banner. I'm going to do this, save it, and you'll now see that that strip is much smaller and the whole thing's shifted up. And if I click on this arrow here in the top left, it will show me what my page is going to look like. And this is centered in between starting point here and the ending point here. And this is alive. Okay. So now let's go back and do another one. So I'm going to add, this time I'm going to add the shopping cart in. Let's go plus, add a page, and we'll call this my second test. Start editing. And we're not going to write anything. Of course, in real life you would be writing something around this iframe. And here's my page. So I'm just going to go to, you hover over, pick banner. It'll let me select an image from my local hard drive. I'll pick this one. So it goes a little quicker this time. Here we go. Save. So there's my page. And now come down here and I'm going to hover over my page content, go edit. And then there's this little ball, which I'm going to hover over that, click it. And then I can insert code. Just going to scoot it up to the middle so you can see. I'm going to go back to my sample. And let's pick the entire shopping cart here. So I'm going to start with this line. Go down here. Paste it in. Hit apply, and then save. And we're going to say preview in safe mode. And of course, like the last time, it didn't really function. So let me go back to click on this page. And once that's displayed, I'm going to click on my new page. Here's my second page. And it should work this time. There it is. My shopping cart. There's the reds, whites, no dessert wine. There's the Chardonnay. And this is all live. And you'll see they remain stationary. Let's go up to full size. Now you could have made this 3 bottle wide by fiddling around with the style sheet so that This is wider. And this active. I'm going to do the same thing I did as the last time, that little trick to make the header not so big. I'm going to click on the whirly wheel there, click on Advanced, to my sample, and we're going to pick this little piece here. Of course, you can modify this to fit your particular needs. Save. And now this is not so overwhelming. There you have the shopping cart on SquareSpace. Not that difficult. You have full control over the appearance of this. That's what I wanted to show you. So this concludes the presentation on how to install our frames onto SquareSpace. I'd like to thank you for coming. And if we can be of any help, just contact support and we will assist you with any questions that you might have. Thanks a lot for coming. And goodbye.